Remember what I said last episode about how cheap the shift cars look because of how relentlessly they're introduced with no rhyme or reason? Yeah, remember that. That'll be enough. Continuing from last time, Shinosuke faces Machine Chaser in Grand Battle, and taking advantage of the fact that there are bystanders, the Grim Reaper of the Droid Mutes has the clear upper hand. But eventually Tridoron intervenes, and with his assistants Kiriko, Shinosuke and the painting manage to get away. Machine Chaser is of course ticked off at this, but Paint sees an opportunity. Back at the Drive Cave, we discover that Kiriko has selective attention since Shinosuke has to tell her he was trying to protect her and the painting because, you know, taking bullets for them twice wasn't clear enough. And she's still not convinced! Fortunately, Belt-san also has eyes, wherever they are, and tells her so before contacting someone asking how the developmental Drive's new weapon is going. In the next scene, Heart, Brain and a new very hungry Rod Mute are addressing Paint. We discover that their objective is to reach a precise amount of evolved Rod Mutes. As such, actions that bring them attention and endanger the group are frowned upon. Paint reassures them that he won't be any trouble, but the trio ask Chase to keep an eye on him just in case. And in the next scene, we see that Paint made good on his promise. All the painted gears are gone from his house. They bring him to the station, but he doesn't confess anything, and on top of that, he makes the not-so-subtle threat of "leave me alone or something bad may happen to the girls," and Shinosuke makes a threat of his own. "Justice is coming for you, bitch!" And it's coming with the aid of Rina-san, who, after analyzing the painting they got, discovered that to keep the painting a painting, you need huge amounts of electricity. Which begs the question, why is that painting still a painting? Anyway, this allows the group to narrow down their search to a restricted area, while Shinosuke keeps an eye on Paint. As he does, we see that Vegas is doing the same, and then something beautiful happens. That something beautiful is called they made Vegas more than a toy car! They gave him a backstory, and with the backstory a personality! It so happens that on the global freeze, Paint injured Vegas' partner, Dimension Cab. So bad that the shift car couldn't return to active duty, so for Vegas this is something personal. And since that story connects perfectly with Shinosuke's, we get character development for both the rider and the shift car. Jesus guys, this is what you should have done from the beginning! But of course that's when Chase arrives and Pain decides to make himself known so that he can lure the both of them and have them fight each other while he escapes. Machine Chaser is a tough customer as before, and he may be a bit pissed off that he, who doesn't actually destroy Rod Mutes, is being called a Grim Reaper, so he wants to take out his frustrations on Shinosuke. So much that the purple enemy has the upper hand right now, but fortunately that new weapon is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on the sharp instrument of Pain created by unique alloy, which Shinosuke proceeds to dub the Steering Sword. Much to Belt-san's displeasure again. Anyway, while the shape of the sword may be a bit ridiculous, the presentation isn't. The Star Wars is strong in this one. It bounces bullets, shines with light, and trust your instincts. Really? Before we can get to the "I am your father" moment, we shift to the rest of the SCU. Kiriko follows her instruments to a seemingly abandoned warehouse when she is attacked by Paint. Apparently this Rod Mute never forgot about her. Her expression of terror as she was being turned into a painting was just too delicious. He's planning on leaving Japan with his paintings, but not before adding her to the collection. And even scared as she is, Kiriko decides to stand her ground. After all, the whole reason she became a detective objective was to help Drive, so that no one else would have to feel the terror she felt that night. But as we learned, the guns are useless against Rodmutes. Paint removes Hunter from her belt, slows her down and starts transforming her. Back to the fight, Belt-san has felt the density shift happening, which means it's time to quit this joint and go after Paint, but Machine Chaser isn't about to let Drive just walk away. Except, guess what that alloy was used for other than the blade? Dimension Cab, Vegas' partner, is back, and his intervention allows Shinosuke enough time to get into Tridron and drive off, but Chase is right on his tail, true to his name, and we finally get a chase scene worthy of this name. Chaser is not about to let his prey go so easily, even blasting at him with the tire extension is no use. In the end, Shinosuke escapes with a strategically placed manhole which just so happened to explode at the right moment? I mean, seriously, there was nothing for him there to hit and get turned around that way. Did he push a secret button or something? Was there an invisible Mario Kart boost track? What? Oh, whatever. I guess it's a plot hole. But I don't really care, since Shinosuke manages to get away from Chaser and make his awesome entrance. Paint boasts to Kiriko that she will join his collection, only to find that it's disappeared! Then punch to the face, and monster latches itself to Kiriko's belt, ending the slowdown and the breakdown. All according to plan. Kiriko didn't try to run away because she wanted Paint to use the slowdown, allowing Belt-san to pinpoint the location. She trusted Shinosuke to come to her rescue in time, and he did, and he even took his time using Dimension Cab's abilities to recover the painting first, but now it's time for an ass kicking! We get a demonstration of Dimension Cab's ability, which is kind of creepy even if the CGI for it is very good, and Vegas, now that his partner is back, can successfully give Shinosuke a jackpot. Enjoy a golden shower, Paint! I mean, a shower of gold, not... You know, and look! Vegas locks onto the steering board for the finisher! Which is a step up from the other two, but again, it lacks speed. If only it didn't stop and stand still after each strike, but just went at it in a sequence, whatever. Paint is destroyed, Vegas cheers and Kiriko smiles, and the Knight is doing so right after. Last scenes, we find that the real Asaya was still alive and kept captive, and we get a comic relief with Kiriko and Shinosuke dodging report writing. 101 Rodmutes left, and the bad guys themselves are not happy about this. Chase says that it is his duty to kill Drive, he will be the one to do it, but the fat Rodmute from earlier decides he wants a piece of that cake too. And then... Rina-san, finding Dimension Cab, grabbing it and staring at the shift car with a look that doesn't really bode well. Now, this was a much better written episode, Drive. Sure, there are a couple plot holes. If the painting needs electricity, why is that painting still a painting and the flying karting? But you managed to show yourself up on your own faults. The shift cars are replaceable toys with no personality. With Vegas and Dimension Cab, you turn that around. These are not just toys anymore, they're characters. Why didn't you do that before? I know, because you need to make so many of them for all the kids to buy and collect. Well, prepare for having a lot of monsters still in stock and for Dream Vegas and Dimension Cab to sell out very quickly. Which I guess will make up for the lack of speed in this series at times. I mean, the chase scene was fine, but again, the finisher lacked speed in just the right places. The steering sword was fine, if a bit ridiculous in looks. Also, character development for Kiriko, which was fine, except the fact that she didn't realize that taking bullets equals trying to protect her, duh. And finally, we discover more about the Rodmutes. From what I can hypothesize with the facts at hand, their plan has always been to evolve a specific number of them. At first they tried to do it in an all-out attack with the global freeze, but got bitch slapped around by Proto Drive, which is why now they value secrecy. And good to see that they're starting to work on their presentation of the enemies too. The fact is already a more interesting character than all the other Rodmutes before him. And lastly, Rina-san... That look was kinda scary. That's it for this episode, Rider fans. What do you think? Should I get Vegas and Cab and add them to my shelf? Let me know in the comments or on one of my social media accounts, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Janet!